Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 66 of Limitless Studios TV. As always, check out the forum if you haven't ever been there. It's forum.limitless-studios.com, and you can register there and post up your mixes, talk about any equipment questions you have, get recommendations for what to buy. We have a classified section up there, so if you want to try and sell guitars or equipment or recording gear of any type, you can put it up on there and see if any of our forum members will take you up on your offer. And this week, I think we're going to be, what are we going to do this week? We're going to be doing the extension of our home recording.
The last video, we showed you how to hook up the little studio setup that we've made for you.
Yes.
And this week we're going to show you how to set levels in software and record simultaneous inputs if you have like a FirePod or something that records multi-track. So we're going to show you that in the software and show you how to set levels.
Yep.
Alright, so here we are inside of Pro Tools. We're going to make a couple tracks here and show you how to record tracks from your interface. So the first thing you're going to do here inside of Pro Tools is go up to the track menu. You can create new. There's a key command to do this, but I don't know what it is. And then if you're only recording one track, you only need to create one track. Choose samples and mono. Most interfaces are going to only record mono inputs. Stereo if you have like RCA connectors. And then click create. And then you have an audio track which you can name. You can also change your input. So for example, the mic that we've already recorded a clip, but the mic that we were recording was connected to input 3. So I would click input 3, and you would arm that and record that armed track. Some people were saying that the Fast Track Pro does not get good level with the SM57, so we recorded a couple clips here. I'll show you one of them, just to show you that you can get a really decent level. This is around, well, I'll just play it here, open up my mix window, and as you can see it's peaking about -10, and that is plenty enough level for 24-bit recording.
Yeah, and it should be said that it wasn't even, it was just normal talking level.
Yeah.
This wasn't like recording a guitar or anything like that. This was just talking into the mic from about 4 inches away or so.
Yeah. Back in the older days you had to record at a hotter level, but nowadays you don't really have to do that, as you can crank the levels in software and not get any more noise floor.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty decent level there. And so now we'll talk a little bit about how to record multi-track. We get a lot of comments about changing inputs for multi-track recording for people who have like FirePods or something. This interface will record 8 tracks, while I'm using the Fast Track Ultra right now, so it'll record 8 tracks, but the Fast Track Pro does 4 with SPDIF. And so to do that, you just go up to the track again, create new tracks, and then for example you can create 4 tracks here, change them all to samples, and again all mono tracks. Click create and it creates them for you, and as you can see it automatically changes each input to go up one input. If you wanted to change this, say you wanted this track to be input 8, you could just go to the input, go to interface, and then change it to input 8. Then it would record the 8th input on your interface. So it's really simple to do this. So I guess that's pretty much it. Is there anything I missed?
No, it should be said that the on most interfaces, or on most digital audio workstation software, it's going to be pretty similar to setting it up in Pro Tools. It's not like totally different. You just add your tracks and set your inputs.
Yep.
It's actually a pretty simple process.
And then everything you're going to have to arm. And also another thing, when recording simultaneous tracks, you have to arm every single track.
Yeah.
So don't forget to do that.
So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series. We showed you how to take a simple but low-priced quality recording setup and get into your software and record on multi-tracks. And we've gotten tons of questions about setting up on a multi-tracks and things like that. So hopefully this series helped with that. Another thing we always like to point out is that a mixer doesn't necessarily record on multi-track. So just because you see something on Musician's Friend or Z-Sounds that says, hey, this has 8 inputs. Well, you're not going to get those 8 inputs into your computer unless it's a FireWire USB 2.0 interface. Yeah. So make sure you keep that in mind. Just because it has a lot of inputs, it's most likely going to be mixing down to a stereo input, so you're only going to end up with 2 channels. So make sure it's an interface that records multi-track via FireWire or USB 2.0. We get that question a lot. Yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed this series of videos, and if you have any requests, leave them in the comments, or you can go to our forum, and we actually have a requests and ideas section up there. Yep. So we will see you next week in another Limitless Studios episode.